Welcome to Ancient Future Technologies, where we give you the tools to access the past, tap into the future, and fully activate the now. Within the inner reaches of outer space, the portals are now open. From the apex of the pyramid, it's your host, Ankara Akiru. If you'd like to connect and co-create with us, please visit CosmicRootsCreations.com, where you have access to free guided meditations, handcrafted crystal synergy tools, online trainings, and other innovative ancient future technologies. Yes, family, welcome to another episode of Ancient Future Technologies. In today's episode, we're going to be interviewing Kevin Isaac. Kevin Isaac offers a safe space to experience an intense mind-body trauma release and nervous system activation by utilizing unconditional love, ancient future modalities, and technologies which assist you with embracing the electric source intelligence that you truly are. Kevin Isaac is one of 24 trained neural muscular release therapists in the world. Kevin has dedicated his life to holding space for all of humanity to assist in activating and optimizing the human mind-body system so that spirit may effortlessly flow on through. Kevin has completed 2 NMRT training courses, and within seconds of learning NMRT, Kevin knew that he is on this planet to share his boundless science and art with all. Kevin has treated over 3,000 bodies since July of 2016. Neuromuscular release therapy is based off of Rolfing and advanced structural integration principles. Neuromuscular release therapy is considered a form of minor non-invasive surgery by medical professionals. So yes, we'd like to welcome you today to the Ancient Future Technologies podcast. Thanks for joining us, Kevin.
Thanks for having me, man. Glad to be here.
Yeah. I'm really excited about sharing this information about the neuromuscular release therapy with my listeners because I was able to get a very short session from you in our initial meeting, and it was really powerful. I had some really good experiences, and I felt really relieved and felt much more lighter, and felt like I received a lot of healing from your work, and I felt like you have healing hands, that you know exactly what you're doing, and you know where all of these different systems are, and you're able to really tap into that. And I was really impressed by the different modalities and things that you have incorporated into this work. And so I'm interested about, how did you discover neuromuscular release therapy and become a practitioner of NMRT?
It was through Facebook, actually. Everything happens through Facebook. It's been a really wonderful conduit for me to connect with the right people to get me to where I am and to where it is that I want to go. I had a business back in 2015 where I was making raw, organic, vegan, superfood, super herb, cannabis-infused chocolate bars.
Okay.
I had CBD only and high THC bars. I was selling it to the dispensaries in the area, just kind of promoting it through Facebook and connecting with people, getting people aware about the medicinal qualities of all the superfoods that are in the chocolate, and the synergistic combination of the superfoods, and specifically the cacao with the goji berries and the reishi mushroom with the cannabis. And so I came across this individual, my teacher, and I just started a conversation with him. And he's like, "Hey, can I share something with you?" And I was like, "Of course, yes, share away." And he sent me this video. It was a video of him doing the work, and within seconds of seeing that video, I was like, holy fuck, how do I do that? I want to do this. Like, it's like this whole feeling came over my body and was like, do this now. This is why you're here. And so I told him, I was like, dude, I have to do this. And he's like, okay, well, I got a training going next year, and so you can come. So he accepted me as one of his first apprentices within 5 minutes of meeting him. He looked at my human design chart before, and I was like, okay, we're good, man. Yeah, come on down and let's do this. And so I did, and I took it to heart. And the same day that I finished my training program, I had my first client, and it was transformational for this individual. And I just kept doing it. And the more I did the work, the more things in my life fell away that was limiting me from being able to do the work optimally. So at first it was, doing just like 9-to-5 jobs and, having to work my ass off to make money. And I just kept doing the work. And then eventually I found a job where I could do this work inside of a chiropractic clinic. And these chiropractors were actually teaching me things to enhance the work. And I was teaching them things on how to enhance their work. And I saw lots of individuals over 6 months. And these chiropractors were just amazed at the work. And when they hired me, they thought I was just like some regular massage therapist. And within a few days, they quickly realized that this is not just any type of body work. This is something that's extraordinary and phenomenal. And they were telling everybody that, hey, you've got to do this. And I treated thousands of people while I was there in just 6 months.
Okay, cool. And that, you said that was in California, in the state of California?
Yeah, in Irvine.
Okay.
I live here in Irvine.
Okay, awesome. And so you've been practicing for about 2 years now, it sounds like.
Just about 3 years. It'll be 3 years this July.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Nice. So I'm curious, because I received a short session. Of course, it wasn't the full session, that you offer, which I've seen, some of your therapies, and your sessions go over a course of 2 days, if I'm correct. Is that right?
Yeah, it's 2 days, and it's usually about 4 hours each day, so a total of 8 hours, and I'm actually developing it out further to where it's likely going to be 10 hours by the end of this year, where I'm constantly learning new things and researching and talking with people, connecting with people, and doing trainings. And so it's a pretty long and intense experience, but it's so worth it, man. So worth it.
Nice. So why don't you start out just by giving people, a little bit of explanation about what neuromuscular release therapy is about, and what different sort of like modalities and things that you've combined together with this therapy to do your treatments.
So the philosophy that I'm working with is that the body's designed to heal itself. There's innate faculties that come standard when you're a human being that are responsible for restructuring, balancing, harmonizing, and healing every part of your body. And that's a constant program or faculty that's continuously running. It's always going. And so, with that being said, there's this faculty is electric in its nature, and it's found within the nervous system. You ever hit your funny bone before, and you get that big shock down your arm?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that electricity is it's spirit incarnate, it's consciousness incarnate, the most refined aspect of our physical experience is the electricity that's animating our nervous system. And so that electricity is the most gross aspect of spirit or source or consciousness. And so we're not the body. We're not the mind. And we are the spirit. We are the source. We are the consciousness that is animating the electricity that is animating our nervous system, and the nervous system is animating the rest of our physical experience.
Right.
And so, alongside of this faculty of healing that's electric in nature, I call it the electric source intelligence, because it knows everything. It is source. And so there's these faculties alongside of this healing, alongside of the healing faculties that I call the record and store faculties. And these are responsible for recording and storing every second of your life. So that's every blink, that's every breath, that's every movement, every thought, every feeling and emotion that you have is being recorded and stored inside of the nervous system neurochemically. So there's this neurochemical byproduct of every human experience that you could possibly have and that you do have in this life, and then also all of the multidimensional lives that we live simultaneously. So this is so much memory that's going on inside of our body. And so what happens is that the neurochemistry, it gets overloaded inside of the nervous system and then gets pushed out into the nerves, and they get pushed out into knots. What we know as knots, when you feel your neck and your traps and your shoulder muscles, and you're feeling those knots in there, that is the memory of your life. That is the neurochemistry of your life. And it's suppressing the optimal functionality of those healing faculties, because there's so much extra frequencies and extra memory going on inside of the body, that the faculties that are responsible for our daily life is working overtime. And that's why when people are 40 years old are getting adrenal fatigue, because we're not clearing out this neurochemistry. The information, the wisdom, the knowledge of how to release the neurochemistry inside of our body is greatly suppressed and has been for I don't know how long. But this is the kind of work that I would say Jesus and his apostles were doing with people, with doing their miracles, because what it's doing is it's accelerating the drainage of all the neurochemistry inside of your body that is keeping you locked in your cyclic habitual patterns that you live out as your life. And so when we clear out this neurochemistry that is keeping us locked in these patterns, those patterns are no longer present. Those neural pathways are no longer firing in the brain. And then you have the space to be able to create the life that it is that you want to live and how you want to feel as a human being. So what we're doing with Neural Muscular Release Therapy is that we're palpitating every system and faculty of your physiology. That's the lymphatic system, the glandular system, the cardiovascular, the respiratory, the fascial system, the muscle tissues, the ligaments, the joints, the tendons, and with specific emphasis on the nervous system. And what happens when we palpitate the body in this manner is that this source, this electric source intelligence that's animating our nervous system becomes active. And this is a very tactile, physical, palpable experience that you get to have inside of your body in a conscious manner. You're not under the influence of any kinds of psychedelics or anything when you're having this experience. And so when you actually feel the source intelligence, it's very electric in nature. And it's intense, but it releases and drains out this neurochemistry instantly. You get to feel the difference of let's say your right arm's been released with the treatment and your left arm hasn't been, you can feel the massive difference between your right and left arm, and that's immediately after I'm done touching you to do the technique on your arm. It's fascinating, is what it is, and so. I'm not a healer.
I've
seen, man.
Excuse me, I apologize to interrupt, but I've seen some of the pictures of your clients in mid-session where you've actually done some of the work on one side of their body and then the other side has not been released yet, and there's like a very clear and marked difference in the relaxing of the shoulders and the arm, and it's just like you can see how tense people are just walking through life, and then after you do the work, it's just like you can physically see the difference in the structure of their body. So I found that was really a cool, like, direct effect of your work, is that you can literally see the muscles and your body structure just really like relaxing after this therapy has been done.
That's the electric source intelligence, and how it really proves how intelligent the electricity is how quickly the release happens, how quickly one arm becomes longer than the other, or if one leg becomes longer than the other, or we completely, just as a byproduct of doing the technique on the nerves and the muscles, we can get complete cracks in the spine, where the entire spine will just start adjusting itself. The whole shoulder will just start adjusting itself. It's not like I'm doing anything to create an adjustment experience. All I'm doing is palpitating the various systems of the body, and then boom, 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 boom. Things just happen. I'm not a healer. The work I do doesn't heal you. It's accelerating the draining of the neurochemistry that's keeping you locked from viewing the source, multi-dimensional self-being that you are.
Mm.
And when you have that, it's not like you don't have to believe in anything I'm saying right now to have this experience either. There's been hardcore Christians that come up in here and they're like, yo, I see that you got Ganesh, like you got deities on your wall, and like, I don't believe in any of that, but right now I'm going to let go of my judgment and completely respect this space, and I'm going to allow you to work on me. And they have transformations, not only on the physical level, but emotional. Their belief systems become transformed about how they actually, if they believe in this, one God, they can really have a direct connection, like a more direct connection with that God they have. So this isn't just like physical work. This is whole. That's why the KiWholistics is WHOLE. That's the whole being that we're working on here.
Right. So I know that you utilize other modalities as well, such as you have a sound system that's like goes on the body, and I believe it's designed to be placed on your chest and your back, and these speakers are designed to for your body to basically directly receive these sound frequencies. So I wanted you to talk a little bit about that aspect of your therapy, and then just talk about some other things that you incorporate. I know you use ice water therapy and things like that. So
right.
If you would like to just tell us a little bit more about like the full what's someone going to receive like in a full healing.
Okay, so the first experience that you're going to have in here is with Zeus, my dog. He's this wonderful Labradoodle who I've got Reiki certified and attuned, and he's just a bundle of love and so gentle. And so he's with us throughout the entire experience. And so He'll even sometimes put his paws up and just hold his paws on people for 5-10 minutes, just like standing there like he's so intently doing something. And from hanging out with him, we go into my treatment space, and we'll just, meet eyes and feel each other's energy, and just, hey, how you doing? Just a little chitty chat, and then from there we get into a more cerebral, emotional technique where really it's a very vulnerable experience. I mean, the whole experience that I'm offering here, the whole 8 hours, is very vulnerable, because we're really getting into the depths of your hell and all the sewage that's inside of your body and in the mind. Not like it's not in a negative connotation, but just and accepting that, hey, we've all got shit going on inside of our being, and it's okay to have that there, because ultimately it's going to allow us to more fully experience not having shit, because we can appreciate it. And so this technique is super simple. I'm not going to go into much detail about it, but basically what we're doing is we're acknowledging and discovering subconscious belief systems that have very big energy fields, and I can assist people with finding them in the energy field of these stagnant emotions and belief systems inside of the body. So it's a very palpable physical experience, like, oh my God, there's like a golf ball sized piece of anger in my stomach, or my whole chest is just feeling like, oh, there's something on top, there's like a weight. Like, people actually get to have this conscious experience of, oh my God, there's actually stuff inside of me. And then we get to let it talk, and it begins to speak, and we get to clear out these belief systems, and you actually get to feel the emotional energy that's on your chest or in your stomach actually melt away. And I've actually, without even touching people's bodies will start to adjust themselves. Like, they'll start doing just things like involuntary, and their backs, their necks will just start to adjust themselves. Like, we can actually hear the cracks. And from that experience, we get into some breathing. We do Wim Hof breathing, and we get into the ice bath. I've got a whole freezer here. It's designed for food, but I just put water in it, and it freezes the water. And we've got ice water. And we put our bodies in it, and it's cold. It's so intense. But it's really a powerful way of introducing stem cells, of activating stem cells inside of your body and allowing your body to heal itself. Being in ice water is one of the oldest forms of yoga. It really brings up the fight or flight. And when you're in there, it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? It's like your body and your mind's like, get the hell out of here right now. But you stay in, and it, settles down after about a minute and a half, and then you get to really have this experience of, okay, I can actually control the fight or flight response. Not necessarily control it, but like, okay, it's there, and it doesn't have to rule me. I'm not underneath it, nor am I above it. It's like, I'm okay with fight or flight being there. It just goes away. I've stayed in there for 10 minutes before. And it's an incredible experience. And then from there, I've got a private shower here, and they take a hot shower. You take a hot shower, just get yourself hot cold therapy, and it's real nice. And then I've got this therapeutic vibration plate that I have you sit on. There's lots of different kinds of therapeutic vibration plates out there, especially in the fitness world. If you go to a gym and you see a vibration plate, most of them are going to be like linear oscillators, just vibrating back and forth, just left and right. And the frequency usually only gets up to like 15 hertz. And then I've even seen like $50,000 vibration machines that have ozone therapy hooked up to it, and it's got some cool vibration to it. But I found this one, and it gets up to 40 hertz, and it's a 3D vibration plate. It means it's shaking in every direction all at the same time, and it's producing 40 hertz, which 40 hertz is the frequency of our bones. So it's shaking up all of the systems of your vessel, and I use it specifically for lymphatic drainage. It's important to drain out the lymphatic system beforehand, doing combo, doing detoxes, doing rebounder, trampoline thing, and vibration plates, because when we start releasing the neurochemistry out of the nerves, the muscles, and the knots of your body, it gets drained into the lymphatic system, and your body starts to drain it out. You just start to urinate it out. A lot of people go to the bathroom a lot during the experience because their body's continuously detoxing itself. And you sit on that thing for like 10 minutes. It's a really beautiful experience. It's really transcendental. And then from there, I've got this what's called the Vibe 3.2 bioharmonic technology. It's a whole pad that goes on. It's like a 4-inch pad that goes on top of my massage table, and it's got 2 massive transducers inside of it, and the whole pad shakes. I think when you were here last, brother man, I had those sub packs, and there was I had 5 of them, and they were just like smaller. It's like taking up such small surface and just smaller vibrations. This thing shake your whole body. And it comes with 7 albums of music created by a doctor for specific things that we can work with the body. Anywhere from working with cleansing the cells, of detoxing them, inflammation. I've got tracks for abundance. I've got tracks for transformation. I've got tracks for thought patterns, negative thought patterns. There's all kinds of music that we could play. I got music at 432 hertz. It's a really incredible experience, and so I have everyone just start with 20 minutes before I even start touching your body, and then while I'm actually working on you, the entire time, the vibration pad will be going. So it's like a 6, 7, 8 hour therapeutic sound bath that you get to experience while you're having the neural muscular release therapy. And then I do with the acupuncture electrostimulation. So I've got this electrostimulator that I go through all the nerves around the head and the neck, sometimes in the face, and it's really good for clearing out the meridian system. It's great for clearing out neurochemistry in the nerves. It's great for clearing out lactic acid in the muscle tissue and creating greater connections between the muscles and the nerves, the tendons and nerves. And it's a really cool, your whole body starts to spasm and jerk, and it's a really beautiful release. And so I do that throughout the treatment. And then I also use what's called the Hypervolt by Hyper Ice. This company that makes some pretty cool therapeutic technology. And this one is specifically a percussion and resonance-based massage tool. And it's got 30, 40, 50 hertz. And I use it all over the body. It's great for everything. It's quite fascinating. And then on top of all of that, the whole room is filled with a giant copper pyramid that you made, man. And honestly, there's this timeline from where I didn't have it to where I had it. Not only is it like a physical difference that I can notice in every single person that I treat, but also for myself, my family, because my treatment space is in my home where my kids and my wife and we live. And we live our life, and so there's this amazing giant pyramid where people have massive transformations inside of, and I get to have that experience with me and my family as well. And for me personally, the acceleration of doing the deep shadow work has been super intense for me and my family, but it's accelerated to the point where it's like, it gets easier and easier. It's like we've released so much that we're able to find balance so much more quickly. I've even had people tell me, it's like, hey, you guys are going through a little bit of a difficult time, maybe take the pyramid down. I was like, no, that pyramid is what is allowing us to really go deep and transcend these childish wounds that we've accumulated throughout our life. And then the whole transformational experience that I've witnessed with my clients since I've had that thing in the treatment space it's really psychedelic, honestly. People are reporting that they're feeling like they're on ayahuasca, or they're having past life regressions, or they're having these really transcendental experiences. I've even had people reporting seeing extraterrestrials in there, like giant blue birds, the blue avians, and being reported of seeing like Krishna and Shiva. And I don't invite these beings in, really, but the space is open to beings who want to be of service to humankind out of, balance and harmony and nirvana, a space of, source connection. And so I really feel like, and not only is the pyramid an amplifier for the work that it is that I'm doing, the people's transformations, not only on a physical level, but a consciousness level, an emotional level, it's a really spiritual experience having that in there. And then the evolution of the development of the work that I'm doing since the pyramid's been in the space is like I'm having these experiences where the body will start to talk to me, and the person that I'm working on, the body will start to communicate. It's like, hey, do this real quick, and go over here, do this, explore this, tell the person this, say this to the person. They need to hear this. That's amplified to a point where all I got to do is really just let go and allow the source and the source intelligence to guide my entire experience and my client's experience. And I wanted a pyramid for the longest time, man, and it's here. It's better than I could have imagined.
That's so awesome, man. We haven't really talked much since I came down to your space there and installed that pyramid portal. So it's really exciting and encouraging to hear some of the experiences that you're having with it, and how your clients have benefited from that as well. And I mean, I'm really grateful that you're able to combine that with all these amazing techniques and this therapy that you're already doing, and how it's been able to be sort of like a catalyst in that experience, and maybe open up some new avenues and new paths for your clients and yourself, your family to explore. So that's really amazing. And
there's one more thing actually that I forgot to mention, is that I got Reiki attuned inside of that pyramid. And so now when I'm inside of the pyramid and working on someone, there isn't a requirement of like intense conscious and intention of doing the Reiki while I'm treating somebody. I feel this effortless flow of the Reiki energy through my body and into the individual that I'm working on while I'm applying the Neural Muscular Release Therapy technology to the physiology.
Yeah.
So that's been an incredible experience.
Yeah, wow, that's really awesome as well, man. It's like what the work that you're doing is really, really phenomenal, and as I've said, I've experienced it firsthand myself, and I'm really looking forward to getting some more sessions from you, because it was really sort of like abbreviated and short session that I received. But what I did receive from you was really beneficial for me, and I know I've looked at a lot of your testimonials and things that you're getting from your clients, and I see people like with phenomenal shifts and phenomenal transformations, after coming out of your sessions. And so, it's not just like what you're saying or what I'm saying, but it's, the actual testimonies of your clients that are really, a powerful example of how this work is really, going deep, and it's really transformational type of work. And as well, it's so much more than just like a massage or like what you get when you go see a massage therapist. It's like you're incorporating all these other different paradigms and modalities into the work with the ice therapy and the sound healing, and just the connections that you're making with your clients is something that's you won't experience in just an hour massage. And so like I feel like that's something that's what really sets you aside and makes you stand out from the other people in your treatments. And so I really appreciate all this different modalities and things that you're combining to get the results that you are getting.
That's about it's an honor. I'm honored, and I'm humbled by the work, because I know it's not really up to me what happens. And so being able to witness people really get into the power of who they really are as a source being, that's the definition of success for me.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, that's what we're looking for in life, is that fulfillment and that success. And your work is definitely helping to express that and expand that into our world. So if people are interested in doing a neural muscular release therapy session with you, how can they find you?
You can go to my website, KiWholistics.com. It's KiWholistics.com. Holistics. And all of my contact information is on there.
Okay, awesome. Cool, man. Well, I really appreciate you joining us today, Kevin, and giving us more, insight to this neuromuscular release therapy. And again, I'm really looking forward to meeting up with you when I'm back out in California and getting some more sessions, and just really experiencing that what you called self-healing. That knowing that all the healing and all the transformation is happening within, and that you are, a catalyst and a placeholder for that experience to come about through your work and these modalities that you're offering. But ultimately, that each one of us is the healer. Like we are, we're doing the work internally within ourselves, and so it's really important point that you bring up, that you are holding a space for this healing to happen. So definitely appreciate that about your work, and really looking forward to coming out and seeing you again out there in California.
Excited to have you back, man. I really am. I mean, last time we met up, the work was pretty well developed, but it's far beyond anything I could have hoped for at this point.
Awesome. Yeah, well, looking forward to it, Kevin, and we are going to just round out the show now. I really appreciate all of the listeners joining us. Thank you so much. Go and check out Kevin on his webpage, KiWholistics, and definitely look into his work, because it's really life transformational. And also you can experience, one of the copper pyramid portals that I've created as well. And you can, go over to cosmicrootscreations.com and check out those portals. I can bring them to you and do installations wherever you might be. So thanks for joining us, listeners. I appreciate it, and have a good afternoon. Thanks for listening, Tribe. Please take a moment to subscribe to the Ancient Future Technologies podcast and head over to our website at cosmicrootscreations.com, where you can amplify your journey with free guided meditations, as well as innovative crystal synergy tools, copper pyramid portals, online trainings, and other innovative ancient future technologies. Signing out from the apex of the pyramid is your host, Ankara Akiru. Wholeness, balance, and vibrations.